To improve communication, it's essential that we understand how men and women communicate different. Our reasons for communicating are different. Now, men don't know this because they have particularly one way to communicate. Men always tend to be one way. Okay? One way, the best way, the most efficient way, the way to achieve their goal. And that is communicating to make a point, to make that point. Whenever a man talks, what he's saying has gone through a part of his brain that okays it and says, okay, what I'm saying makes the point. You can now utter it. Much more difficult for men to get words out because they got this little editor in there. Everything he says has to make a point. It has to be done in the least number of words, to the point. Women don't have that. They can use that. They can choose to communicate for that reason. Women can choose to communicate to make a point or to solve a problem. Men tend to communicate to make a point, to solve a problem. But women are much more expanded in their use of communication. As we've explored, communication is central to a woman's self-esteem, to feeling good about herself, to coping with stress. So a woman communicates, one, just like a man, to be logical, to be rational, to make a point, to solve a problem. That's one way. But she also communicates for another reason. And that simply is sometimes a woman talks in order to discover the point she wants to make. Which means that she starts out the conversation. She doesn't exactly know where she's going to go, but she knows she's going to get there. What you have to know, man, is she will get there, but she needs to talk for a while to get there. Now, one time I had a long conversation, meaning I listened. She talked. And after 45 minutes, she said, that's what I wanted to say. And as a Martian, I thought, well, why didn't you say it in the first couple of minutes? Because she needed to talk to get to that place. How many women can relate to that? Now, men take 45 minutes to get to the point, but we're in the cave the whole time. See, we'll be thinking, mulling it over, what am I going to do about this? We didn't do it verbally. We kind of like the little noises computers make. Hard drive working. And then we got, that's it. And then we know what we're going to say, and it comes out after all of that. Well, women go through all that. But with words, they're talking, and they're this and this. And when they're talking, they might say this, and then it completely contradicts this. And completely contradicts this, and it's not related to that at all, and she says this like that didn't happen at all. And then she comes up with something, and you go, that's what I was looking for. That's what she wanted to say, and that's the really important thing. So women talk to make a point, to solve a problem, the first level. Second level, they talk to sort things out, to discover what they want to say, to clear up, to clean house, and put everything in its order. They just talk about it all. The third reason women talk is to feel better. Talking is the primary coping mechanism that women have to deal with stress. When women are stressed, the best thing they can do is talk about what's stressing them. Just talk about the problems. Talk about the incidents. Talk about the stressors out there and how it makes you feel. If she can talk about those things, then what happens is she sorts it all out. Because when something's bothering her, it's fully bothering her. If she can talk about it, then she sees, well, it's not that that's fully bothering me, but this is bothering me too. Well, this is bothering me too, and this is bothering me too, and this is bothering me, and this is bothering me. Well, I guess there's not really a huge problem here. It's just a lot of little problems adding up to one big problem. But once she could talk about it, she's sorting it out, she starts to feel better automatically just by talking about it. This is what we do as counselors. One of the things we do particularly for a woman is get her to talk about all the different issues that are bothering her. As she talks about them, she starts sorting it out. She automatically starts to feel better. Particularly whenever we feel our feelings. And by talking about things which are bothering her, she can start to feel the feelings. When you can feel the feeling, if they're negative, they start turning automatically into positive feelings. It's like the glass is never full. It's never empty. Half full. You can look at half full or half empty. If a woman can talk in full degree about how empty her life is, then there's nothing left to talk about. Then she can only see how full her life is, and then she goes to that. It's like an automatic transformation that happens when she can talk. So if a woman can talk, she starts to feel better. So women communicate to make a point, just like men do. They talk to discover what they have to say. They talk to feel better, to cope with stress. And again, this is news for men, because what we do is stop talking to feel better. If a man's upset, he stops talking. He doesn't start talking. He stops talking. And then he does something that allows him to get in touch with his feelings. See, women are always going, why don't men talk and open up and share their feelings? Then they'd be so much more loving. No, men have other ways to get in touch with their feelings. Women say, oh, he has no feelings. Watch any man watch a football game. Yay! No. Oh, missed it. He missed it. I can't believe he missed it. No. Get him out of there. Out. Hate that guy. Kill. Oh, yay. Thank you, God. Okay. This is an emotional event. This is a team. What just happened? He just had a catharsis. See, he doesn't have to talk about his problems to go through the catharsis. He just needs to feel the feelings. These feelings are all in there. If he can get in touch with those feelings, express them, or just simply fully feel them, they start to automatically change. Women get in touch with their feeling self through talking about their problems. Men, particularly men, get in touch with their feelings by hearing other people's problems. That's why we like the news so much. Watch the news, hear other people's problems, suddenly you're in touch with their feelings. That's one of the primary ways men get in touch with their feelings, by what's going on out here. Drama, movies, certainly women enjoy that. There's lots of conversation, they really enjoy it. But particularly for men, helps them get in touch with their feelings. Action movies help them get in touch with all the adrenaline, all those feelings, particularly if you're sitting at a desk all day. If you have to be a nice person like me, I like to go see, got to get out all this aggression stuff, go to the guys that saved the world by killing everybody, just get that part out of me. It's feeling, it's catharsis. That was the whole point of drama, is you see out there what you're feeling in here. Now the ultimate is man-woman. Woman wants to share what's in here. Man gets in touch with his feelings by hearing what's in. By seeing that, finds it in himself. By listening to a woman will help a man open up to his feelings. If he can learn to listen without taking it personally. If he's good at ducking, dodging, delivering, what happens now is when the woman starts to open up and share her feelings, he starts to get more in touch with his feelings. So the way a man can learn to open up, be in touch with his feelings, be a loving person, is through listening, not through talking. But that's one way. Another way is simply reading the paper. He gets in touch with forgetting his problems, comes back to his feelings, realizes what he really cares about, comes out of the cave to give to his partner. So, the 4 ways women communicate. Make a point, discover what you have to say, communicate to feel better, and the 4th, which particularly comes up in a marriage, in a romantic relationship, women communicate to experience intimacy. Even the word intimacy. Into me, see. You see into me. When a woman feels a man sees her, sees into her, goes into her world, then she experiences intimacy. Her heart opens. Her heart grows. Her love grows. And of course, that intimacy that she experiences whenever someone listens to her, someone sees her, someone understands her, that love helps cope with stress. That love helps make her clearer and sort things out. So that is really the basis of a woman's growth, is that intimacy, which is why it's so very, very important. And communication is the way the outside world, this man, can come into her world. Because when she talks, if he hears what she has to say, what is he doing? He's understanding her. He's going into her world, seeing the world the way she sees it. She doesn't feel alone, and that's intimacy. And that allows her heart to grow. That allows her to be loving. That allows her to be appreciative of the things he does, to forgive him for his mistakes. It's very vital that we men understand those 4 ways of communicating, because otherwise, when she's in making a point, we think, what's the point? Where's she going with this? She doesn't know either. Or if she's talking just to talk and feel better, why is she telling me this? Why does she keep telling me this? Why does it have to keep going on and on? And then that doesn't make it safe for her to express her feelings. Or the 4th, which is intimacy, you just have to realize the best foreplay, men, is listen to her. Well, it really is true that sometimes it's like we're speaking different languages. We're coming from different planets. We misunderstand each other. He's saying this, she's hearing that. He's saying this, she's hearing that. I remember when this became so clear to me in a counseling session with a couple. A woman was sharing her feelings, tender feelings. She was feeling ignored, neglected, unimportant, not special. The normal thing you hear from almost every woman in counseling at a certain point. So she was sharing some of those feelings in a beautiful way. And he was connecting to it. And the way his body language spoke at that time when he was listening to